Oh, well, hey, babe. Look, thanks for coming back for another video, okay? This time we about to go ahead and get into Love Island. Let's talk about it. Listen, y'all, we got us a new guy, okay? We got a new guy by the name of Isaiah. A few things I want to just mention about Isaiah. Isaiah came in on a chopper, on a helicopter, okay? He came in, greeted the folks or whatever. Then he began to run throughout the villa so that he could find everybody. Let me tell y'all, Isaiah was extremely anxious to get to everyone. He really was. I just really wanted him to slow down just a little bit, okay? Running down the stairs, looking for him. As soon as he reached the bottom of the stairs, he was like, "What's up, y'all?" And then he starts running to them. And I'm just like, Isaiah, you could have just came on down and started running, baby. And when you got halfway there, be like, "What's up, y'all?" Like, I don't know. But he was so anxious. Maybe I'm just being critical, but I just felt like, okay, Isaiah, you're doing too much, honey. Just calm down. All right, you're here now, guys. Yeah, okay. It's already a madhouse. It's gonna be a madhouse a little longer. I promise you, you can stay in the wait. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into Isaiah. Isaiah is very handsome. I will give him that, okay? I did watch the drop, so let me just say that. I watched the drop. The drop was cool for what it was, right? Unfortunately, they did have some sounds that were like ocean sounds that played over on top of people when they're talking in the middle of their conversations and stuff. So I feel like the drop was just that. They just took some shit, chopped it up as far as the clips, but not so much as the audio, and they just dropped it and say, "Here y'all go, whatever y'all get is what y'all get, period." Okay. I guess it was supposed to be a way of giving us a live feed, kind of like what they do with Big Brother. We'll get a live feed of what's going on. So that's what the drop was giving me, a live feed. But anyway, what I saw on the drop was pretty much what I ended up seeing on episode 5. But I feel like some blanks and things might be able to be filled in from what I saw, but we'll see. But let's go ahead and hop into Isaiah. Isaiah is 25 years old. He's from Houston. He said for the past 6 years, he was in a relationship for 5, which were very toxic. And then he went on to be in a, like a situationship for a year. Isaiah says that he's a very picky person. He talks about how he's there to really find somebody that he can truly connect with. I don't believe that. That's just me. I don't think so. I feel like after coming out of a 5-year relationship that was toxic, you did right, even though you probably had a situation where you was just smashing, y'all weren't in a relationship. You didn't make it official because that's not something that you wanted at the time. So now you're not going to convince me that now that you've come on the show, you want something that's serious. I don't really see that. I think Isaiah is there for the money and to have a good time, for real, for real. I don't think he wants anything serious, and he damn sure ain't trying to get into another toxic relationship. And then he said he picky. Okay, so that to me means that Isaiah ain't gonna never be satisfied, especially after getting out of this toxic relationship, because he's really gonna be trying to find a better person than that person he was previously with. But that's just my thoughts. Y'all feel free to leave you all's thoughts down below. Okay, now who was smiling hard as hell and damn near head over heels already was Miss Shannon, honey. She was looking at this man like, listen, he's giving me everything that I need. He got the curly top of his head like my boy Josh got. The skin is browner like I like them outside of Josh. Okay, his hair is darker than Josh. Y'all know she ain't really into blondes, even though she'll blonde her damn self. So yeah, the eyes was giving, okay, kind of what Josh eyes was giving. All right, so she was really all into him. I'm not a fan of Shannon, so it's sad because I don't want Shannon to win this one either. I'd rather it go to Amy. Those are just my thoughts. Y'all leave y'all thoughts down below. Now, the girls decided to give him a tour, and the guys decided to hang back, discuss the girls, and to discuss Isaiah. Now, we were wondering where Trina was, and what we ended up learning was that Trina was actually sick. Trina was not feeling well at all, so she ended up, hanging back and taking a nap longer than needed to, okay? So that was that. So the ladies are giving him this tour, and I just wrote down a few things that may have stuck out to me. Like, one of the things that stuck out for me, just for me, may not be for you, but it's for me, okay? Now, he was with the girls, and the girls was asking him like, "Yo, what are you mixed with? Like, are you mixed with anything?" He was like, "Oh, well, my granddad, he was adopted, and he had this in him, and then I had another family member that had this in them, and then this over here." So he really don't know what the hell he got in his blood. Okay. I think it's something that's probably, I can't even remember what he said. I feel like maybe something of Mexican, like, I don't even know what you name it over there, but I'm saying Mexican. If it's wrong, I apologize. But I think he may have like some Mexican in him. He said African American in him, but he really doesn't know. So the girls are like, well, do you want to go get you a 23andMe? Like you ain't never considered that? And he was like, no, because I'm a little skeptical of what they may do with my DNA and stuff like that. So I don't really want to be out here giving them stuff and I don't fuck around and see that they got a clone of me somewhere, honey. And I don't blame him on that. Like, I understand where you're coming from. But but this is the thing that really stuck out for me. Amy said, oh, okay, so you're like an exotic mix. And he was like, yeah, thank you. Or something like that, he said. And I was like, oh, it's a compliment to be called exotic? It's a compliment to be called exotic? And you're going to be disappointed you fuck around and find out you only mix with black and white. So then what? Okay, I don't know. I was just side-eyeing that whole thing. He really took that as a compliment when she said, okay, you have an exotic mix. And I'm like, what the hell is an exotic mix? Don't mind me, honey. Okay. Anyway, child. So, what else did we see? Okay, now, like I told y'all, Shannon is really falling for him. She really likes him right off the bat. And she's trying to make sure that the ladies already know straight out the gate, like, listen, I like this man, okay? I'm telling y'all right out the gate, okay? When the ladies, later on, we see the ladies link up with Isaiah, okay? They were trying to get to know him more. For me, when I watched the drop versus what I saw on the show, Shannon took 15 minutes to tell a story about her and Josh. And the end story was her trying to let him know, listen, I'm open to get to know other people. But she was just, for me, trying to, like, clean it up. But I kind of understood it, but, I mean, I ain't like it. Again, maybe I'm being biased because I'm not a fan of Shannon. Shannon was just like, yeah, I'm coupled up with Josh, but really, you know, I stepped forward for him. He chose me in the beginning, but, you know, everything was cool. And then, you know, he's done some disrespectful things in the house. And I'm just like really tired of it. And so, like, we had a conversation about things. And we said that, you know, if anybody else come in the house, that we're okay with getting to know other people and stuff. So he's aware that I want to know about other people in the house. Like, she just got on my damn nerves. And I'm like, girl, I don't think that was really how the conversation went. For real. You really wanted loyalty out of Jeremy, even though you were fully disappointed in his actions. You want to make sure that that's not something that he's going to do again. And then you even leaned in to give this man a kiss as well when y'all were sitting down having this conversation. So you don't know what you want to do with, I'm sorry, not Jeremy, but with Josh. But now that you see Isaiah, you all the way out. Okay, but like I told you, I feel like Shannon never was into Josh in the beginning. I feel like now that Isaiah has come into the house, she's going to continue to play the game with Josh. This is what I'm thinking. We'll see how this is going to play out. I feel like she's going to continue to play the game with Josh. And especially if Isaiah does not choose her, therefore she can make sure that Josh is still the person to choose her. Okay, because what's his name? Isaiah wasn't just interested in getting to know Shannon. He was also interested in getting to know Amy as well. He's kind of leaning more towards Shannon until he had like a conversation with Amy to really, you know, see how things are going. Right. So we see also where Trina connected with Corey. She tells him about that. She says that she's on a it's a level of friendship, but then she also says that she's going to see whether or not it could be like a sexual level at a later time to see if there's a connection there. And I'm just like, Trina, what the fuck? Trina, I'm glad this was the best game for her today at the kissing booth, because this is the energy that Trina exudes. Trina exudes sexual energy, and then once the guys get what they want out of her sexually, they ain't got nothing else. They ain't got no other use for her. And then she always get her damn feelings hurt. Yikes. Trina needs to use this opportunity to figure out a better way to move, but that's just my thoughts on that. Y'all leave y'all below, like I said, okay? She also mentioned while they were in that huddle with Isaiah, saying that she's also interested in getting to know CINCO. Okay. And again, Miss Cash is aware of that. She really couldn't say anything. Ultimately, she just wants her to respect the process, because Trina and her ended up having a sit down. Okay, Trina and her ended up having a sit down. Cash says that, listen, I know that you're interested, but she thinks that she should be a bit more respectful to the fact that they are coupled up, because everybody was respectful to her when she was coupled up with Jeremy. I agree with that. Yeah, true enough, y'all not fully in relationships, but I know Trina would not have appreciated another woman coming after Jeremy, because when Amy came in the house and was trying to go out on a date with Jeremy, she felt the way. So I too feel like it's no way to slice it for real. I feel like Trina's just wrong to continue to go after him. And I know we want to put blame on CINCO because he's interested in two ladies, but I don't really see CINCO always going up to Trina trying to have a conversation with her. I more so see Trina trying to go over there to have a conversation with him. Now, maybe he's wrong with not stopping the conversation, but he also is interested as well. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like Trina should be able, she should take the L in this situation. You know what I'm saying? But those are just my thoughts. But, you know, Trina wants what she wants, so she's going to go get it by any means or whatever. Trina tells her that that was not her intention, which was to be disrespectful, and tells her that she apologized, okay? And she sees it from Cash's point of view. So I feel like that's just awkward. Okay, that's just an awkward situation. You like this guy didn't choose you in the beginning. He already chose who it is he wanted to choose, which was Cash. He's saying that he's still kind of interested in getting to know you and vice versa. So you're gonna go forward and make sure that you're primarily the one pursuing that versus him. Like, I don't know, it's complicated, y'all. It's too complicated for me. I gotta hear y'all thoughts about this. Cause yeah, no. All right. Now Amy is now complaining about Jeremy now that Mr. Amanda came into the house, because she's also attracted to Isaiah. And she's complaining about Jeremy pretty much not being aggressive enough for her. It's a certain way she wants her man to be, and he's not showing up as that. Okay. She also says he's not attentive to her enough. And I'm like, okay, that's a real interesting girl. Okay, so she eventually has to sit down with Jeremy, and she tells him that she needs a little more than what he's giving to her. She also tells him that she's interested in Isaiah. So Jeremy hears what she's saying, and then he says that he's going to put in more effort and he's going to do a little bit more. If Amy gets chosen by Isaiah, I wouldn't be mad at it, and I'll be like, huh? Karma for you, Jeremy. It looks like you may be right back over there with Miss Trina, honey, but we'll see, because it's gonna be some new ladies that's gonna be coming in the house, right? So when it comes to Trina and CINCO, they sit down at the table, honey. Trina and CINCO, they stand down at the table and they feed each other. They feed each other food and stuff. They get to know each other. She leaning her leg on his leg and stuff. They over there laughing and everything. They over there vibing and stuff. Now Cash sees them over there in the corner. She's like, what they doing? Oh, what? Oh my God. So she leaves, she goes inside of the villa, and she begins to cry and says that, you know, she doesn't deserve this and stuff. And it seems like she's feeling a feeling of defeat. And she says that Trina and CINCO just make sense. So it makes me believe that she may fall back. And I feel like if it's up to the guys to make the decision, not the guys already, it's gonna be the guys' turn to make the decision. I feel like if the guys make the decision, I feel like CINCO may choose Trina. Just go around. He may feel like, I gave Cash the opportunity to be with me. Now I want to see how the vibe is gonna go with me and Trina. And I feel like he may do that. They had this kissing game where they had to kiss all of the guys or whatever. And who ended up winning that? Well, it was really a tie between Shannon and Trina. Trina loved it because, you know, I feel like for me, Trina gives me a woman that feels like her only attributes are sex. That's the only thing that she can add value to in a relationship is some sexual stuff. Okay. And then when that gets old and boring, then what? Okay. Because you always lead with that. So she couldn't wait for the opportunity to lay it on thick with all of the guys to show them that she got kissing skills and sexual skills and all of that. She says that she has a very high sex drive, according to her. So, I mean, if that's what she want to do, I guess. I don't think that's the right thing to do. But we'll just see how that go. I do believe that if CINCO and Trina got the chance to go to the hideaway, he will definitely smash her. I also hope, though, if he's going to choose Trina, that they send somebody else in the house that's going to be actually and genuinely interested in Cash. I do, and we'll have to see how things are going to play out between CINCO and Trina. I kind of don't want it to play out at all, y'all. I'm hoping they send somebody in there for one of the two of them, and they're not even going to be together. But that's just my thoughts. All right, y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below. That's all I got, okay? I'm Jamie, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram as well as Twitter at Jamie, that's me, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.